My name is Goddard, and I had the privilege of growing up under my father's ministry, Pastor Bruce Goddard in Wildomar, California. I was saved at the age of 11. Growing up, I was serving the nursing home ministry, and as soon as I was old enough, I joined teen soul winning and then worked on a bus route. Throughout high school and college, I had the opportunity to go on 5 different mission trips, 3 to the Philippines and 2 to Trinidad and Tobago. It was after my freshman year of college, I went to Trinidad for the first time with a friend who's now a missionary in Guyana. And God really used that trip to change my heart from serving Him in the States to going to the mission field. Even though I was not called yet, I was very burdened for missions all throughout college. It was the summer before my senior year of college. I was running the sound booth at our youth conference back home. I felt like God smacked me in the back of the head and told me, "I've been trying to call you to the mission field. Stop saying I'm willing to go and just say I will." And it was that day God made it very clear I was going to spend my life serving Him on the mission field. Soon after that, I was able to go on another mission trip to Trinidad. And God just did something He had never done before. Rather than loving the trip and enjoying everything that we did, I fell in love with the people. And it was shortly after that God made it clear in my heart that I was going to spend my life in Trinidad and Tobago.
My name is Ruth Ann Goddard, and I had the privilege of growing up in Santa Clara, California, under the leadership of Pastor Jack Treber at the North Valley Baptist Church. I was saved at the age of 11 in a Wednesday night kids class, following which my dad led me to the Lord in the front seat of his truck. From the time I was very small, my family has been involved in the bus ministry, and I rode my dad's bus route from the time I was old enough to get on the bus until I graduated college. I was called to missions as a senior in high school, and I was a missions major at Golden State Baptist College, where I met Josiah. While I was in college, I also served in several nursing home ministries and took several missions trips with Josiah and his church.
Imagine living your entire life trying to please an unknown number of gods, just hoping and praying that you don't make the wrong God angry, never knowing that there is a God that loves you, never knowing that He sent His Son to die for you, placing all the faith that you can muster in gods that don't know you, don't love you, and don't care about you. This is the plight of many of those living in the country of Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad is a small island off the coast of Venezuela. Its sister island, Tobago, is just 50 miles off of her eastern coast. Within these 2 islands is approximately 1.5 million people, with tens of thousands more Venezuelan refugees not counted in the total population. This small country is mired in a strict religious culture of predominantly Hindus and Muslims. These strong, dedicated religions have hidden the light of Christ and made the concept of a loving God difficult for the Trinidadian people to accept.
We're the Goddards, missionaries to Trinidad and Tobago. Our goal is, once we reach the field after we finish deputation, is to work with a veteran missionary who's been there for 20 plus years, but soon after go to the island of Tobago. On my last trip to Trinidad and Tobago, God used several of the pastors and many of the Trinis to mention there's no good church on the island of Tobago. And God used them to really burden our heart to reach that island. So our goal is, as soon as possible and as soon as He's prepared us, to go off on our own and start a church on Tobago. On my first trip to Trinidad, we were running a VBS and a kid came forward to get saved. After explaining the gospel to him, he excitedly said, "I'll take Jesus as my chief God." I tried to explain to him that He's not just another God, but He's the only God. But sadly, that kid did not get saved that day. He was so immersed in the culture of Hinduism that he didn't know how to believe in one God, but he just wanted to add another to his list of millions. But God is still working on hearts. There's another man I witnessed to, and he looked at me with almost tears in his eyes and said, "I don't know if I could believe in any God." And he was going through some great hardships, and I was able to tell him how there's a God that loves him, a concept that he had never heard of before. And that day, that man got saved. And that's the reason we're wanting to go to Trinidad and Tobago, because God has hearts prepared just for us to witness to. Would you pray for us? Consider supporting us as we go to Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you.